Hi, it's Danny from Danny Sports Bar here in Patel, looking ahead at the week in the world of sports. And the World Cup is over. Spain are world champions, having defeated Argentina. England finished third, which actually is their best finish since 1966. But that's it for the World Cup. It was great for us here at Danny's. We had a great time. Everybody who came to join us, really happy you were here. Happy you added to the atmosphere. A lot of fun. And we expect a lot of fun coming up with other things going on. Certainly, in only a month, the Premier League starts again. Also, the Bundesliga, La Liga, will have all the European leagues starting in August. We've already got, actually, this week, more qualifying games for the Champions League and even the early qualifications for the Europa Conference League, including Ajax from Holland, one of the more famous teams, but they had a terrible year last year in the Dutch League. They have a game Thursday night in the Europa Conference League already for the 2026-27 season. There's also a lot of friendlies this week. But we'll go on to other sports for this week because this weekend we've got boxing and we've got UFC all going on. Some big name fights. Big names not necessarily fighting each other, not necessarily the big name matchups we will get later on, but setting it up. Here in Pattaya on Friday night, former heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, who's been training here, is going to have a charity match. That will not be televised. We won't have that on. But right after that, Fury is flying to Abu Dhabi to watch on Saturday night the fight between Anthony Joshua and Prenga. And that's the warm-up fight. Everyone is now anticipating what will happen when Fury meets Joshua finally. But Joshua's warm-up fight is Saturday night. It's a late-night fight for us, but we will have it. The ring walk expected maybe around 4 or 5 a.m. Also on Sunday, big fight for Australians and for some Americans. Tim Tszyu, Australian star, fighting Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence has been off for a while. Tim Tszyu coming off some difficult fights. Both these guys need a win. That fight, ring walks sometime between 10 and 11 a.m. on Sunday. As for the UFC, it's a fight night this week. Most of the UFC cards are timer Sunday morning, but because this is in Abu Dhabi, this card, the prelims start at 8 o'clock. The main card starts at 11 p.m., and we will have that here at Danny's. On Sunday night, we've got the Formula One. Last week was in Belgium. Kimi Antonelli went back to his winning ways, leading the championship race. He'll be out there again in Hungary this week. The race is Sunday, 8 p.m. Also Sunday night, the Tour de France, the final stage as they go down the Champs-Élysées in Paris, and the Senior Football All-Ireland Championship going on at Croke Park in Dublin at 9:30 will also have that. Now, as we go on, the sports have been going in season. MLB still going on. We'll have some games this week. And in Australia, the AFL and NRL are really down to the stretch run. In the AFL, only 5 weeks to go until the finals. In the NRL, 7 weeks. And in the AFL this week, on Thursday afternoon, our time, Thursday night in Australia, Adelaide play Collingwood. Now, they played twice late last season, once in the home and away season, as this is, and then in a qualifying final. Adelaide won the game in the home and away season in week 23 last year. We're in the week 20 this year already. But in the qualifying final, Collingwood defeated them. Didn't end up going on to win the premiership, but they did win that final against Adelaide. There were 2 close games, and expecting another interesting game as both teams are fighting. It's a little bit new finals format this year in the AFL. Traditionally, the top 8 teams have made the finals, with the top 4 getting the double jeopardy. This year, what they've done, only the top 6 qualify automatically for the finals. Top 4 still getting the double jeopardy. But the 7th through 10th place teams will compete in what they're calling a wild card weekend, kind of like the play-in games in the NBA has put in their playoffs the last few years. So that's going to be happening later next month as we go into September. But right now, we're going down the stretch to see who qualifies in each of those groups, the top 4, the top 6, and then 7 through 10. So that's going on all weekend with the AFL and NRL. So we have this week at Danny's. Plenty still to go, even though the World Cup is over. Come see us.